Good morning. My smiler for the day is this. In high school, I tried to put my grades up for adoption. Do you know why? Because I knew I couldn't raise them by myself. That's just awful. Just awful. And this is as true as anything in the world. Fear always makes the wolf bigger than he really is. Psalm 27 verse 3 says, "Though a mighty army marches against me, my heart shall know no fear. I am confident that God will save me." This comes from the Old Testament, Psalm 146 verse 3. And here's what that quote is. Don't rely on princes, on people who can't really help you. There is a major human fallacy going on with many of us in our lives, and that is we believe that political and or public power is an absolute assurance of omnipotence. In my lifetime, public officials ran governments while serving time in jail. Public officials proclaimed one thing when they knew the true facts were otherwise. Scientists have been accused of doctoring up research results and politicians of manufacturing documents. Thus, the fact that someone occupies a prominent seat in any institution is no guarantee of his or her competence, power, integrity, or effectiveness. The problem with vain promises of inflated statements and of dreams being seen as reality is as old as the human condition. When we were young, we believed in giants. In middle-aged, we feared ghosts. And in our dotage, we wonder who's standing on the edge of our bed, possibly beckoning to us. When the psalmist says to you and I, don't rely on princes, he or she is referring to people who have crowned themselves with tokens of power. After all, they have no power. The psalmist uses the verb nadav to signify powerful people, but we suspect its usage to be euphemistic. Prove that you have the means of salvation. The mere fact that you are a public official or a high priest doesn't mean anything. What kind of person or path are you on? That's the true question. We need to continue to be able to rely on God and to rely on ourselves and not trust everything that we're being told. Let us be at prayer. Oh God, hear us this day as we strive to figure out what's right and what's wrong, what's truth, what's exaggeration. Hard to do that in the culture in which we live, where things are lifted up as news when it's not news at all. It's just op-ed stuff. Sustain us, Lord, and preserve us this day and every day. Amen. May the peace of God be in your hearts today and every day. Amen.